Okay. How many of you you've had a dream where you saw yourself singing? You were in that dream, you were just sitting down, somebody came and gave you a mic, take, and then you were now standing in front of one big crowd. And then you were now singing, you now woke up and realized you were on your bed. You've never even been to a studio before, Seth. Okay, so every time you hear an amazing song, a lot of effort goes into producing that song. You know, for the listener, you're just enjoying the beat, you are dancing, you are loving the lyrics of the song, and in your mind, somebody wanted to produce a song, and I told the person the price, and the person said, just 3 minutes, just these 3 minutes, let me give money. And it was funny. It was funny, but it's amazing how you can just have an idea in your head, and then that whole walk, weeks, is just in 3 minutes. That's all. You know? And then it's everywhere. Everybody's dancing to it. If it's a good song, it's doing well. If it's not a good song like that, it's doing the work it's supposed to do. But there's so much that goes on in one song that you listen to. So I'll just go straight to the point. There are 6 stages to every production. 6 stages to every production. And the first stage is songwriting. Songwriting. I won't dwell more on songwriting, but I'll just list out the 6 stages and then I'll get on with explaining them. The first one is songwriting. The second one is arrangement. The third is tracking. Don't worry, I'll explain them. The fourth is editing. The fifth is mixing, and the sixth is mastering. So songwriting, arrangement, tracking, editing, mixing, and mastering. So maybe I'll just do a little bit of songwriting. Now, you were also in a dream, and you saw one man just came and met you and started teaching you a song. And then I think it happens to most of us though. It might not be somebody teaching you the song. It might just be in a place and you're hearing people singing. And then you learnt the song. It happens to me a lot. The moment I open my eye, that song is gone. It's gone. So what I do is that I will still keep my eyes closed and be singing it to... If I call anybody, it will not go. But if I open my eye, it's gone immediately. So it happens to a lot of us. Some people get their songs that way. Sometimes, for someone like me that's a producer, we can just be talking and I hear maybe somebody threw a coin on the floor. First of all, you need to understand that sound is everywhere. Sound is not just you hearing a keyboard. You understand? Every hit on the door, something, everything, there is sound in virtually everything. So you might, if you come to the Ministry HQ, before you get to the hall, that place where they have those flags, you see all those small poles. So one day I was just passing, and I just hit one on the top, and I heard one ding. So I started using all of them to. So there's sound everywhere. There's sound everywhere. You understand? So, but the problem now is how can you harness that sound and use it? That is different if this was a producer or musician only session. So that's different. Songwriting. So you get the idea. The problem most times is what you got is like crude oil. But the problem is when most people come to meet the producer with that idea, they will tell you, God told me that it must be like, you are trying to tell the person, okay, this is crude oil. God could have told crude oil to remain like this. You understand? But they refuse, lie. They say, you want to change the way it came to me. It came to me like this. If you don't do it like this, it will lose, the spirit will go. And then you say, okay, I'll do it like this. And then there was one time I tried it. I did the way the person wanted it. And then I did it the way it should be. And then I said, okay, yeah, listen. At the end of the day, they will still complain and look like everything was a waste. And then you will now go back to your own idea. So the first thing you do when you have a song, after writing it down, find people. There are some people that are gifted in understanding writing. You might not, like me now, I can, on a scale of 1 to 10, I can say I can write about 6 or 7. I won't say I'm 100%. Most times I have to send my songs to somebody like Pastor Chindi because I know he's very good in writing. When I'm done with the idea, I will show him. They might be good, but there might be some loopholes. Most of the songs you hear, why do you think you like them? It's the way. Do you know that one of the things that is still selling till today is rhymes? Rhymes. As simple as they are, by the time you hear Roses are red, violets are blue, the way they are arranged, that's what makes you remember the song. I'm telling you. That's what makes the song even sell faster. So by the time I have a song and it's looking like I want to write jam again, just to memorize the song, it's like I want to write another jam, you have already wasted the time. So one of the things when it comes to songwriting, it has to be simple, straight to the point. No come do national youth transformation. Straight. It has to be understandable. No too much grammar inside. Everything has to be on point. So like I said, I won't dwell more on songwriting. That's not really my focus. The next thing is arrangement. Arrangement. So now arrangement talks about a lot of things. Arrangement talks about the melody first of the song. So when you heard the song or the idea came to you, let's say what came to your head was, let me use this song do I use now? Now unto the Lamb upon the throne. This is the original idea that came to you. Now, within every melody, there are multiple options of chords. What is a chord? A chord is when you bring, the same thing you do when you are in a choir and they say sing soprano, alto, tenor. That is a chord. That soprano, alto, tenor signifies a triad. A triad means a 3-note chord. You understand now? So every note that you just heard me sing now, each of those notes can correspond to different kind of chords. So what the producer does first now is to know the melody of the song. But from the melody of the song now, for example, the song, the way it is sounding, might be a happy feeling that is given. And then the way it might be sounding might be giving a sad feeling. If it's a happy feeling, the producer might want to think of maybe major chords. Not maybe, major chords actually. If it's a sad feeling, you might want to go for minor chords. So when it comes to arrangement, this is what goes on. So within that first basic period of arranging the song, getting the melodies right, so you as the singer need to be willing to subject the song for the person that is helping you work on the song to do what he knows how to do. You might be good in songwriting, but you might not be good in arranging the song. The melodies that you even came with might be wrong, might not be right for the song. And so the producer, if depending on his level of knowledge, and you went to him because you felt, he knows what he's doing, you understand? And then he arranges the melody, arranges the whole song. Now, the next phase of arrangement is working with the band. So the producer now takes that song, depending on the kind of music you do. Most times, if it's like maybe Afrobeat you're doing, most times you don't need a band. You just do your thing in the studio there and that's it. Everything there will be sequenced from virtual instruments you have. If it's a gospel song or a rock song or a ballad, you might want to get a band. And most times the reason why people want to get a band is because it's just to enjoy the flow that every other instrument will bring. I might want to do everything in the studio and play all the drums, play the bass, but as a pianist, I might not play a bass the way a bassist will play it. So I will get an entire team to come and work on the song. Now, all these guys bring their ideas, They bring their ideas, they share, okay, let's do like this, let's do like this. You might have played this chord, but if I play this note on my bass, it will go well with this chord. So those are part of the arrangement. Another thing, the singers come in, that's the backup singers, or as they call them, BGVs, background vocals. When they come in now, everybody start bringing their idea. Now you see the simple, now on to the Lamb upon the door you came with, has turned to, now on to the Lamb upon the throne. So it starts expanding. It starts expanding until you are done with the arrangement. So you have the song written, you have the arrangement complete now. Every singer all the backup singers know what they are doing. The keyboardist knows what he's playing, the bassist knows what he's playing. The whole structure of the song is ready. The next thing now is called tracking. Tracking now is just simple. It's the recording process. The recording process. So how do you prepare for a recording? Use that's coming to sing now. Because most times, everybody is ready, but the singer is confused. You reach there. It is that day that you wanted to record. That's the day. 2 hours or 1 hour when you want to record, you don't swallow like three fufu. You can't sing now. You just be belching up and down. It's not possible. So how do you prepare for a recording? The first thing you want to do is your voice. Every singer understands their voice. For somebody like me, you see all this, don't chop oil. Yeah, I've broken all the laws. It doesn't concern me. You understand? I know my kind of, even when my voice is cracked, I know what to do. But please don't use a cracked voice for a recording. I will not do that one. You understand? So, but the first thing you want to do is understand your voice. Understand the limits your voice can take. Even in a normal ministration. And another thing I want to advise you, see every ministration as a production. It's very good that you see it that way. It helps the excellence you bring to it. That's what will make you want to pray more. Reason being, if you see this okay, let's say they say you are leading worship on Sunday, and then you see it as, I just come church now, man, can do my normal thing. There's a level of preparation you will give to it. If you see it as this is a production, and the whole world is going to watch it, your preparation will be different. You understand? Even the way you would even start practicing, making sure your voice is right. So that's the same way too it goes for a recording. You start working on your voice, do your rehearsal, making sure every part is right. Then on the song, you are memorizing the song. I've seen people come to record and they're forgetting their lyrics. You will write the song. If they forget the lyrics, and it was messed up. It was messed up. Now, at the end of the day, when I start explaining the next part, that's the most annoying part of production. I hate it. As in, I wish we had to scrap that part out, but it's not possible. So, you are ready for the production. Your voice is set, and everything you need, like get a lot of sleep. Sleep is very important for your voice. Sleep is very important. If you have a recording tomorrow, the previous day you should have slept very well. Very, very well. You don't come tired. Because the thing is that it's a different thing when you are singing in church. You see now, this mic does not have a reverb. Then Wisdom does it. There's no reverb on this mic. But can you hear that I'm sort of sounding like I'm in a room? There's this echoish feel. You see now, when we are in service and people are singing, because of the room you are in, it will give a sound that sounds like it's not maybe you're supposed to do we raise a sound. You just raise a sound. No, you're wrong. You need to know everything that you are doing. You need to know that at this point of the song, maybe let's say the bridge part of the song, I am doing this thing, and you know it. It's as in you've practiced it so well that before that time, like you are anticipating that moment. It's very important. It's very important. Don't come for the recording looking confused. It will even frustrate the person that is even doing the work for you. Now, the next thing is editing. Editing. This one, that's where all sit you down. If your church has a digital mixer, meet your sound engineer. Any day you are singing worship, tell your sound engineer, record me, please. Do a multi-track recording for me. When you hear what you sang, even you won't believe it. You won't believe it at all. Your heart will break. Meanwhile, you are on stage shouting, and in your mind, I don't kill everybody here today. Everybody don't die. When you hear it, that is. Like, we had a live recording once, and when I got the job to mix, as in, I did not know where to start from. As in, I was confused. As in, the level of indiscipline in the production was so bad that when the singer was singing, and it got to a point, one of the BGVs was even shouting, "Hey!" Backup singer, inside production. So you might not be the lead singer, but you might be a backup singer. The same discipline the lead singer will do. And that, it goes also for your normal Sunday service. You know, we always choose to feel that when they say you are the one leading worship, me that's backing up, I feel, what the heck, it's not my business. And so the person that is leading is doing well, but you that is backing up can scatter. You can just mess up a very beautiful piece. So that same preparation the lead singer would do in a recording is the same. It might even be worse for the backup singer. Yes. It might even be more for the backup singer. Because the singer can go around with notes. You know, it's always difficult doing something simple and straightforward. It's easier to run around. But when they tell you, face like this, and you have to be constrained when you can do a lot, especially, it's very hard. So the editing process is where everything that you did, you sang, or the whatever, from that point now, it's now called post-production, where you are hearing yourself, and you're asking yourself, how did you get into all this? How come my voice sounds like this? And then they now begin to correct the notes and everything that you sang to make sure it comes out the way you like it. So most times, let me just tell you the truth, the thing you sang was nonsense. It was the producer that did the whole job. Then when you hear it, you are now feeling like you are one superstar. It's a lie. And you need to work on it, because most times, for example, those corrections are easy if you are doing a production that's a recording in just you and the producer. When it's a live production, correcting those notes are really difficult. Most times, it's not even possible. Reason being, now, you know, if we are in this place now doing a live recording actually, and they are playing music, the piano guys are playing, the drum is playing, and everything is coming from the speaker, and it's entering the mic. As everything is entering that mic, even you too, your notes are entering the mic. So at the end of the production, when you want to try to correct the notes that the person was singing, those other sounds that were coming from, that were interfering, bleeding into the lead singer's mic or the backup singer's mic, it becomes a problem to correct them. Because when you're trying to correct it, those other sounds will not allow you correct it. So most times you just leave it like that. Or you just tell the person, you have to come to the studio and record again. And that was because you refused to prepare. Or you refused to work on your voice. Because the reason why you need to focus on your preparation that much is that if you had to prepare, let me say on a scale of 1 to 10, you prepared 5, on that day, the pressure that will be on you, that 5 will not be enough. So if there's anything higher than the 10, prepare that much. So even if you fall, you won't fall beyond what is needed for the work to come out amazing. So after that is editing. Then the next thing is mixing, like I said, mixing. Mixing now is you are done with the editing, all the instruments are set, everybody is now correct, and then you now start pushing up the levels. For example, have you been in a church where you are singing, they are playing drum, you are saying, I cannot hear the drum, I cannot hear the drum, I cannot hear the keyboard, I cannot hear the keyboard. Anybody has the experience? Increase the keyboard, increase the keyboard. That's what it's called mixing. That's basically what it's called mixing. You're making sure everybody is on the same level, or they are not on the same level actually. Everybody is on a level where they should be for the record. For the record. And then finally, still not mixing though, fine-tuning. Yes, fine-tuning, fine-tuning. Oh my God. After you've corrected the notes, the person is still sounding, the texture of the voice never enter. And then you now start doing some auto-tuning. Have you heard some songs where you are hearing, oh, some kind of funny sounding things? It's called auto-tune. So what auto-tune does is those notes you were not able to hit, the auto-tune will note that this is where you were trying to go. It will now bend it. So for some of you that sing flat naturally, as in like it's a normal thing to sing off, before the song ends, you just be hearing some funny sound, like sounding so. So even when you try to put the auto tune inside the thing, because it's trying to, so that thing you are hearing that is making the voice sound funny, it's because the person probably might be 2 notes away or 3 notes away from the original note. So it has to bend it to that place. So that stretch that it's doing, it's what's making the voice sound like that. If you are actually a good singer, a very good singer, and they put auto-tune, you will not notice it. You won't even know that auto-tune is there. You understand? And then the last is mastering. So mastering now basically is just the overall volume level of the song. Every genre of music, every type of music has a volume level. Has a volume level that it should be. That it will not bring a distorted sound. A distorted sound. So basically, these are like the 6 levels of music production. And I think I've explained virtually all of them. They're pretty simple. Nothing really much about them. In all these stages, the most important stage is the arrangement and the recording. You see these 2 stages? Anything that you don't get here, you are just trying to... You see, that's the difference between Nigerians and the guys abroad. I was watching like, so somebody was doing like a vlog of the production. He's a bassist, so he was doing like a vlog of a production he was part of. And if you see the amount of weeks just to play one song, they will play it and 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 play it. The lead singers and the backup, they will sing to the point where the song become part of you. Another thing, so you're not just practicing the song to come and sing it. No. You're practicing the song because it is the level of conviction the song has given to you that will be translated through you into the record. Remember, you are not standing in front of the person singing the song. The person is listening to you from whatever platform or streaming that they are streaming from. So what is happening is that I have an idea, which is called a song, and I want to put out this song to explain something. Maybe the song is about the love of God. And now, what you are doing is, as I'm listening to that song, the way you sing it can actually make me feel the love of God, or can actually make me know that you are just singing lyrics. You don't know the love of God. You get my point now? So you can actually pass the message, and I will catch the message. Or you can just be singing the message and making me feel like, nothing. How do you feel when you hear a Nakanebasi song? How do you feel? Any answer? One word. How do you feel when you hear a Nakanebasi song? The presence is real, right? But do you know the amount of work that goes into that song? Of recently, he did the production. So Pastor Chimdi was around and he was sharing with me. So that's one of the songs. They had produced the song already. Then when they were done producing the song, they now gave it to everybody. They are listening. They listened to that song, each of the instrumentalists, the backup singers, they listened and I think they played everything that they would play that day. That one they recorded was not the main one. No. But if you hear that one, you would think it's the main song. So everybody had the song and they were just listening to it. So most times when you go for a production, you can always discuss with the producer, maybe based on the relationship you have, for a demo. A demo could just be a simple, okay, instead of having all the instruments, depending on how much you have to spend, instead of having all the instruments, you can just do a little sequence where he will play the piano line, play the basic bass line, a little drum arrangement, and then maybe get one or two persons to just do backups. You take that one and start listening to it and memorizing it, than just going home like that without nothing. It's always good to request for the person to do like a simple demo first. So that was what they did, and they kept on listening to it. When they came that day of the production to play that same thing, they played it without one mistake. There's nothing like you want to make mistake. No. You cannot make mistake. There's no room for mistake here. Because the moment it is recorded, you don't be. You might want to go back to the studio and say, I did not sing this one well, let me record it, but it will not be as that original day. As in that you see, one thing with music, the moment you miss the moment, that moment, it might not be hard to, it might really be hard to get it again. It might really be hard. Because you know, music is highly inspirational. And when things are in that form, the moment you miss, for example, most guys are in the secular part of music. I've worked for a lot of people. So most times when you go to work for them, before they even sing one line, they will smoke. Oh. Even you that does not smoke, if you leave there, they will think that you smoke the smoke. You understand? Now the reason for that most times is to get in the mood. So something happened one, even with the smoke, we don't do. After somebody just came into the room and like interrupted the recording, and everybody was off. We had to leave it till the next day. Everybody go and sleep. We had to leave it till the next day. I was watching like a seminar, and the guy that was taking the seminar was a mixing engineer for Beyonce. So he said something, that if they come to the studio and they are working, and that's another mistake we make here. When you give a producer a song, allow the person breathe. Let the person breathe. Because you brought some, no, most times, do you know that Adele, I mean if you know Adele, guess how long Adele takes for every album you hear? I mean if you know Adele in the first place. Never mind, I'll find. Fall off and away, then break their hearts there. Oh, you don't do such. Do you know how long Adele takes for every album she brings out? Adele takes 5 years to produce one album. 5 years. When last did you even hear from herself? And when it comes out, So the guy was explaining that when they are in the studio, the way Beyonce works is she likes everybody being there. You might not be doing anything, though. Just sit down, lounge, more they G's, they laugh. Then another thing is that the atmosphere you're creating music in is very, very important. It's very important. If you do gospel music, don't go and keep lousy people around where you are making, don't talking nonsense. The Holy Spirit will just leave you. Very, very important. So she likes everybody there being there, probably the guy that's making the instrumental, the mixing engineer, the recording engineer, so because everybody will be using the same studio. And so they all come by 6 a.m. And they will be in that studio from 6 a.m. till 3 a.m. in the morning. And then by 3 a.m., they will go back and come back by 6 a.m. again. and they'll be doing 100. I'm not saying that he was saying it though. We were seeing the project. Like he brought one of the projects. So no, the reason is, by the time you sing something 100 times, one must make sense. That's, if one don't make sense, just leave music, go your village, go do enter politics. Just know it's not for you. You understand? Because these days, some people are doing music because they feel, like saying that the new trend. Music is not provision business. This one they sell Milo. Make me try begin sell Milo. It doesn't work like that. It needs to come from inside. If you know be your thing, then just really leave them. You might not have the voice perfect, but you have music inside. You can work on the voice. But when you don't get that inner one, have you not even seen people that have voice, but they don't have music? They really. So he showed everything. Everything was there. So the moment they come to the studio, and maybe the producer, they do, don't tire. Work has ended. They will just sit down there and be gisting. Whenever. Just stay there, gisting. Is it buy food and come? The reason, that's why the environment, when you are even doing the arrangement, when you're working on a song and you have your team with you, it should not be an intense, music is not website creation. You're not creating websites. It's not one headache thing. The moment the environment is hostile, the creativity won't flow. So find out what your producer likes. Like me now, I don't like much. Just good food. Inspiration will spark like this immediately. Find out what your producer likes. It's very important. You understand? Don't be in a haste to release your song. You will sing nonsense. I'm telling you the truth. And another mindset you need to have is that the way the world is now, if you look at YouTube is broadcast yourself. The moment it goes out, it has gone forever. Your children will see your mess. Your cousins, everybody will see your mess. So it is better you always scrutinize the job. Anything you don't feel like in the job, say it. And even most of these things apply to even your normal Sunday singing. The moment you're rehearsing with the band and you're feeling like somebody is not doing, tell the person, bros, I know they feel. You might not know the right words to use, but say it. Because the moment you get on that stage, the confusion that will hit you. Then, you are singing and keyboard is playing left and right, and you are just confused. Everybody, now, not the funny part. Everybody will not say they will not say the keyboard is played wrong. They will say it's you. So I ain't sing nonsense. I ain't sing nonsense. No sabi sing. You see now. But you yourself and you say you prepare. You were ready. But one person was just. So the moment you notice maybe any of the band members in the production, they are not really in the mood. Or it's administration you want to do, and they're not really. Tell the person to shift. Because the moment you that is singing lose your peace, that music don't spoil. It don't spoil. Like even heartbreak music self, they need to do it for a hostile environment. Even if they break your heart and you want to sing heartbreak song, you will not go and sing it where everybody is fighting. You will still need a good environment that is loving to sing heartbreak. So it's very, very, very key. Beyond your voice preparation, beyond anything you want to do. What else? Taking your time to make sure that everything is in place is very important. So you might have been prepared, but the little things that you leave behind might spoil the record. And it's very important. Another thing is listening to people that do the kind of music you want to do. It's very important. It will help your producer, and it will also help you. For example, you've realized that the kind of songs that come to you are songs that sound like Hill song, and you like listening to Teofilo Sunday. It's not going to work, my friend. It's not going to work. That's if you want to do musical. But your song, so that's why you see, even the song structure, the idea of the song will tell you the kind of people to listen to. The last one, you must not sing your song. You must not sing your song. Nobody say that because you got song in dream is your song. The song might be for someone else. Collaborate. Collaborate. You know, music now is like, is a world on its own. You don't need to sing the song, but you can make money off the song. There's publishing. There's royalties. You see? So most of the songs you even heard, you think the people who sing them will write them. A lot of songs you know, even from people you know, they were not the ones that wrote it. You understand? So it might not be that, because somebody might be saying, me, I'm not a singer now, so this course is not for me. No. You could know how to write. Some of you just know how to. You might see a writing and just, if they use a metaphor here now, you go for enter. It's not me you want to use metaphor. Me, I'm write it in. I might not be diligent in reading those lines very well for myself. It's my own song. That's why I would prefer to give it to someone else that I know is good in writing to do it. So some of you might be good in getting the idea, but you say, I don't know how to sing. No, you don't need to know how to sing. Give it to someone else that can sing to sing. And the person will sing it. And then publishing can come to you. And then royalties can come to you. So music is not just about you alone. Music is a community. It has become a community now where you don't need to be the man they are seeing your face. No. You can be behind the scene, but you are still getting what is due to you. So I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you that so when you're working on your next project, relax, take your time very well, and you will see that extra look you just had to do was what saved you. Thank you very much.